So, do you like Zoom Zoom? Because this is pretty fast. So normally I would do like a green screen intro and talk about weird stuff. But yeah, ooh, harvest. I figured we would just show off the build in action before talking about a little update. And well, I mean, those explosions speak for themselves. There's not even that much density here, but nice. Hi, Zizaran here, and as you saw in the intro there, this is a super high clear speed build. This is not going to be a full build guide, because honestly, I haven't played it enough so far, but I know a lot of people are playing this build, and I don't think there's been that many build guides and stuff for it, and I wanted to make a video on what I'm playing for my channel. Very, very popular build on both Pathfinder and Occultist, and we do have a build guide for this with Noogie on Pathfinder. That is still incredibly strong. They just have sort of different purposes. This one is more specifically for speed clearing. It's so nice that we get the Occultist explosions from the Profane Bloom. And I don't even have Urbalab yet, but this thing is wrecking. I've been doing tier 12s. It's been kind of scary. The Pathfinder is what I would play if I was going to focus especially on bosses, and this especially on clear speed, because this might struggle a little bit more on bosses. For leveling, I did Poison Concoction from level 12, and it's been pretty great, to be honest. It's been pretty great. I don't have a solid leveling guide. However, there is a full leveling playthrough, like a long one for those that like raw, long, unedited videos and not quality content. It's like 4 hours, but you get to see how I leveled. I was also exhausted, so it's a kind of bit of a dull video, but at least, you know, you can skip through it and see how I level if you want that. But basically, early on, you use chance to poison the Herald of Agony, and you get a pretty large amount of poison chance just from that. And then once you start hitting these poison nodes, you can start dropping off those. So this is the skill tree, and I'll upload the path of building. I'll show off the masteries in this video as well, but I can talk a little bit about the build. First, I was using this chest just for, you know, life is extra ES, spell suppression, and life. And life is extra is really, really good with ghost dance, and we have a large amount of evasion because we are running grace and despair at the moment. But then I found a carcass jack, and I was like, you know, that is really fun because like the AoE on everything just becomes so big and absurd. Honestly, it might take some AoE nodes just for more AoE as well. We'll see. It's just so fun having the Plaguebearer really be huge. And putting the Plaguebearer in a Void Eye can be really fun as well because gem levels is so big. I actually don't have the resist to get rid of one of my rings right now. Carcass jack, really, really fun. And AoE is absolutely massive for Poison Concoction. We're using greater volley and greater multiple projectiles, vicious barrage, unbound ailments, and life tap. Life taps to deal with the mana issues, but you can see there's insane amount of overlap here, and they are shotgunning, so very, very strong. And then I have this is actually why I made the build. I found this enchant in lab, and everyone was like, "Ooh, it's best in slot! It's best in slot for Steel's build." And I was like, "Poggers, dude, let's grab it and see what we do." Other than that, I have pretty mediocre gear. The character is called Zizaran Flask Addict. We're using Worm Sign, for example, to go faster, and we're getting Frenzy, Power, and Endurance charges by Overcharged. Next up, I will go here for Hired Killer, and honestly, I would probably be trying to get even more life, because it's a little bit squishy. I do have a large amount of grace, or evasion, sorry, 19999, which means that I'm getting constant energy shield back whenever I'm hit. But yeah, pretty dull gear right now, and I would love to get it a little better. Honestly, right now, the biggest defense this character has is going fast. Eventually, I would try to fit a second curse here. I would want to do Blasphemy Temp Chains as well. So I'd probably need an Enlighten or some Mana Restoration. And that would be really good. Honestly, it's a really fun, really strong build. It's not got bad single target. It was an absolute dream to level, as you can see in the leveling VOD. Absolute powerhouse. And it should be, honestly, for softcore, probably pretty okay at bossing. A little bit less sustain than the Pathfinder version. So I'll go over the masteries. Here we have 50 life. Here we have increased poison duration. The deal faster is not important on poison. It only gives you slightly faster burst, but you are dealing the same damage because poison stacks infinitely. Plaguebearer has 20% increased max plague value. It's insane. 10 life recovery. I have nothing here at the moment. We could do the life and mana recover. It's not bad. Grace, mana restoration efficiency. Charge duration, you might not need that if you have really high density, but I felt like I needed it. 20% increased effect of withered, and nothing here. Here we have poisons you inflict on non-poison enemies, deal 300% increased damage, and that is all the masteries we have so far. And I'm hoping to play this character a bit more and make a proper build guide for it, because I haven't seen that many like in-depth build guides, and I would like to include some leveling stuff as well. But yeah, the next ascendancy point would be Malediction. And if you're wondering how we're getting Withered, it's from Withering Step, but also from our ascendancy here. I did Profane Bloom first, and for getting the curse out early, Blasphemy is nice once you get Plaguebearer, but until then, when you first get it, getting a Mark of Submission ring and putting a Despair in there is really, really good. But yeah, hope you guys like the update video on this. I'm sorry that I don't have a full build guide yet, but hopefully I'm able to do that soon when I've played it a little bit more. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sub if you liked the video, but more importantly, try to die less than I do.